having a young team, for how well you've shot. I know you've shot a lot of layups. Maybe the competition hasn't been great for the most part, but still, even if nobody's guarding, you have to make shots.
Right. Yeah, I have. I've been pleasantly surprised because even tonight, like the other night, we started not shooting well, but you went at half and you're shooting 60%. You're hoping that's something that you can bank on. And we joked about it the other night, but I don't know how much longer we can shoot it at this clip. But I do think guys are taking more pride in their shots and seeing the ball go through the basket.
I think this is the first time you've seen zone consistently, and I just wondered how you thought you attacked it. You obviously got to the free throw line a lot more than you've been getting there.
I thought we did a pretty good job in the matchup-ness of it. I know the coach has some ties to the Princeton family, and I told our vets, I said, this is kind of playing Northwestern a few years ago when Coach Carmody was there in terms of the switching. And, I think our guys did a pretty decent job of reading what we were looking for, moving the basketball. When we ran what we were supposed to run tonight, we were pretty effective with it.
You guys only outscored them by 4 points in the second half. Is that just kind of the product of, okay, we're way ahead, or is that any?
Yeah, I think unfortunately, I think it probably had something to do with it, but. I didn't think we had a lot of energy, a lot of juice. I mean, I told them at halftime, the biggest thing I'm looking for in the second half was some clean rebounds and running transition. And, we got it a couple times, but it was never the consistent push that we wanted. And you still score 91 points, but I didn't think we played as fast as we wanted to. Now, with that said, they give them credit. They came down, slowed it down, moved the ball around, that sort of thing. But that was probably what I was more disappointed. We didn't have the attack the way I wanted to.
Mark had a good game, obviously. He seemed much more aggressive and in driving and trying to get around his guy. Is this something that you've kind of focused on, or you've said to him?
Yeah, we want, excuse me, we want, have talked to Mark at length about, being more aggressive, being more assertive, not taking the plays off in terms of being passive. And I thought tonight he was pretty aggressive in his approach for 40 minutes.
I'll just ask about your balance. Again, you've had just about every game, you've had 4, 5, 6 guys in double figures, spreading it around. It's not one person, other than the game D'Angelo had with the 32, that you had a lot of guys in double figures.
Yeah, I hope that we can stay with that. I've always said this: the best teams I've ever coached had great balance, and I think there's going to be certain nights, as D'Angelo the other night had 32, but. We've still got to get that low post game established down there, and guys did a good job posting when they were supposed to, but it's got to be a constant of always being a threat down there. I think as long as we can continue to share the basketball the way we are, I like that fact, and guys making shots. You hope in certain games you find a hot hand and ride it as far as you can.
Are you concerned at this point at all about what kind of a presence you're getting in the middle of the zone from your 5-man?
Yeah, I think that was something we talked about in one of the timeouts, just in terms of kind of owning the paint. We were reacting to them, not making them react to us, and that's something that as we've got to continue to get better at that, just strictly from the standpoint of challenging shots, blocking shots, and then going and getting rebounds out of our area. But that is going to be something that's going to be addressed.
I'm not sure if you're a big Thanksgiving fan with games before and after Thanksgiving, but just I presume you're going to have to practice tomorrow with a game on Friday. Just what is the itinerary for these guys the next couple of days? And after that, just your thoughts a little bit about James Madison as well, what you might see out of them.
Yeah. We'll go tomorrow at, I think it's 1 o'clock. I haven't got the final word. And we'll debrief this game. We'll take a look and say, hey, here's what we got to get better at. We'll take a look at kind of set the stage for James Madison. Have a great expect a great practice out of them tomorrow, and then turn them, if they don't have somewhere to go, they're going to come to my house. But it's a quick turnaround because I think we tip at 4 on Friday. With James Madison, if I'm not mistaken, I think their 2 best players are coming back for our game, and I think it's a game. Whereas I told these guys, there's 2 types of teams. Over break, we're on break right now. There's teams that play really, really well because they don't have a lot to do, and then there's other teams that become lethargic. And I know which team I want us to be. Anything else? All right, guys. Thank you.